everybody. Welcome. Every so often I use handheld weights and reminder, you can use soup cans, you could do your own body resistance. I like to just do this maybe once every 10 days. I'm not keeping track exactly. Um, okay, we're going to start. Tuck your toes up and lift your hips up and walk your hands back. And I'm going to round up through the spine. I'm going to pick up my weights, but you don't have to once again. You can do everything without the weights, or soup cans, or whatever you want to use. I'm going to start to do a roll down. I'm going to round my shoulders, bend my knees, tuck my tailbone, and roll down. You can come down to any amount. If you don't touch the floor, that's fine. Rounding the spine, stacking one bone on top of the other. So that's just a simple roll down. Number 3, roll down, bend your knees, lower the weights toward the floor and down, and then roll up. One more time, rolling down. Pause here. Lift the tailbone up. Walk your weights about 8 inches in front of your toes. Shift the weight forward. And press into the right foot and lift your left leg out to the side. Flex your foot and lift it up, pulse it up. 3, 4, 5, 6. Starting with hip and thigh work. Abs are pulling in. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now I'm going to lift it up. Hip level, draw the leg forward, balance. Lower and bend one knee, then the other. Move the weight over the wrists. Pull your abdominals in, flat, long spine, so don't arch the spine. Shift the weight to the left foot, lift the right leg up and down to directly to the side. 4, 5, 6, 7. Use your abdomen strongly. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Lift the right leg high. Lower the right foot in line with the left. Bend your knees. Reach your fingertips down. Fingers in line with toes. Lift your chest. Lift the weights a few inches. Draw the sit bones back. Move the shoulders back. Lift the chest higher. And we're going to pull the arms up and down. Bend your elbows so you're sitting in a chair. Your chest is lifted. You're drawing your elbows straight back. Come down a little lower. Move the weight toward the heels so the weight goes back into your glutes, not into your knees. You're drawing up. Your hands are not touching the floor. Now we're going to touch the floor with the weights and lift all the way up. Bend your knees. Bring your weights outside your feet. And up, down, up. Now we're getting some heat in the body. Lower, lift, lower and lift, down, up. Now reach the weights to the ceiling and lower down. Bend your knees, go back into chair, rise up, down. We're getting a little cardiovascular here. Down, up, down, up, down. One more. And bring your arms down and just swing your arms and just sway the hips. This is a loosening up. You can do something similar or different. And pause. Roll the shoulders around. You should feel a little bit warmer. We're going to bring our arms by our ears straight up to the ceiling. And we're going to float the arms with the weights or without the weights. Let me move back. To the right, back to center, drop the shoulders, soften the elbows. Bring the weights over to the left, frame your head with your arms, back to center. Now go a little deeper to the right, back up, over to the left, back up, bend the elbows and lower the arms by the side. Walk your knees, ankles, and thighs to touch. Pull your abdominals in, creasing at the hips. Move the weight so far back that your toes effortlessly lift off the mat. Lower the toes down with the same attention to the tailbone back. and you're going to kick the arms back. You're going to work from the elbow to wrist. Now I'm going to come a little bit lower, even if my chest comes more parallel with the floor. Now you have an option to come upright, standing, and do the same action. I'll show you from a back view. You have an option to bend your knees and come down into chair. You have an option to come all the way down with your chest on top of your thighs or just 1 inch. I'm going to stay low. Look down ahead of you so your neck is in line with your spine. You're not arching your neck and lifting your chin up. Look ahead of you rather than down so much. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Shoulders roll. I'm going to turn and show you from the back what I'm going to do. I'm going to lift the arms up with the weights, and I'm going to curtsy down and rise up and down. So I'm going to keep facing the back, my back to you so you can see. Another time. And now I'm going to turn and face the front. So now you have a front view. I'm going to reach up, step, open and lift. Now this can be done just as well without the weights, and you'll still get your heart rate up. Move the knees together and bend that back knee. Bending into it. You're going to feel your heart rate coming up a bit. Curtsy down, down. Breathe. One more time. And down. Oops, I lost that one. Catch your breath. Ha. Roll the shoulders down. Let's to me turn into the side and take 2 weights because they're light in my left hand. Bend my right knee. Now my left toes are facing slightly in on an angle, so it's not directly facing forward, but about a 45-degree angle. I'm spinning my left hip forward, so my hips are leveling off. They're in one line. Bending my right knee, leaning forward, but pressing the outer left foot into the earth as an active grounding. Taking 1 weight, 2, or you can just do it without the weight. Again, soup cans are fine. You're going to come down and pull. So this is called a 1-arm row in my world. If you call it something else, that's okay with me. Flat spine. So the chest is lengthening out. You're not curving in your upper back. And we're going to do a nice substantial set here. With or without the weights, or with soup cans, or with a book. You can be creative here. And pull. And pull. Reach back. So we're going to do a little bit longer here. We're not lurching forward and back. Everything's stable. Make sure your tummy's pulling in because you're leaning forward and you don't want to cave in and not be protecting your spine. You have to pull your abdominals in and pull back. Another 10. We're doing a fairly long set. My left arm is moving back. My left heel is grounded. My right knee is very well bent. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to pivot so that my left knee is bent and my right foot's back. I'm turning my right foot about 45 degrees in. Now my toes are not parallel with the side edge of the mat. They're turning in. I'm grounding to the outer edge of the foot and lifting up here. The next thing I'm doing, let me just level off my mat. It slips a bit. And I'm going to level off my hips so my right hip moves in line with my left. So I'm squared off to the front. My back foot is super grounded and I'm pushing down into my right foot, bending my left knee. Make sure you can see your toes. If you cannot see your toes, then move your left knee back and your right foot back. Going to reach your arm forward. Try not to round shoulder that right side. Come flat down. Now look at how flat my spine is. I'm not rounding. I'm lengthening forward. I'm going to pour my chest over my left thigh. I'm going to pull and row back. I'm not moving. Again, this is not about this. That could go in a bad way in your lower back, no lurching. I've seen people do it that way, and I don't think it's a good idea. So I'm grounded. There's nothing moving but my right arm, and I'm moving it back in space. So we're getting a lot of strength in our core by moving the chest forward, engaging the abdomen, and keeping our body still. Don't underestimate the power of your body. And so many muscles are working to make this happen. It's like a symphony, and all of the musical instruments are working together to create a magnificent masterpiece. Your body is a masterpiece. And we want to treat it as such. So we're going to draw back and pull down. So we're working through the exaggerated lift of the elbow. The arm is close to the body. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to turn my toes out and knees out. And then I'm going to think about cutting a line from the top of the head down to my pubic bone. There's a vertical line, an imaginary line, separating left and right side. And the line is straight down. I'm not curving in, so my back is erect and straight. When I look down and bend my knees, I'm going to move my knees toward the baby toe side so the knees don't wobble in. Open up my feet and make sure I can see, if I look left, my left toes, look right, I can see my right. If my feet are too close together, I cannot see my toes. I will open my knees out and my feet out. Make sure the knees are turned out. If you turn the knees out, you have to turn out your feet, or your knees are wobbling in and getting pressure. The arms reach up with or without the weights. You're going to come down and up. So we're springing into life today. I've been doing mostly mat work, and I think we're due for some standing total body conditioning actions. And no, this is not classic Pilates. This is a combination of Pilates mat and body toning, or body conditioning, or body sculpting, whatever you want to call it. I think the theme of today will be sculpting the body. Those of you who are watching this video, jot it down. If you're one of my students doing it for homework, jot it down. I'll be looking for it. Down, up. And I'm moving rather continuously. Down, up. My back is straight. I'm hoping for that. Hold. Heel toe the feet. If you're a little breathless, you're fine. I am, because I'm talking and doing this. This is cardiovascular. My legs and feet and knees and toes are together. And I'm going to pull my elbows in, move my tailbone back, bend my knees, and once again I'm in that chair. I'm going to reach my arms out long in front of me, about in line with my ears. I'm going to pull my right arm back and my left. And I'm going to move, but I'm not moving anything but my arms. I'm going to move my tailbone back a little more. That's it. One arm at a time. This is challenging if you're doing it right. One more. And the last. And stand up. Well done. I'm going to keep my legs together. I'm going to separate my heels a smidgen. So the femur bones, the thigh bones roll in a little bit and get a nice feeling in my low spine and pelvis. I'm going to take a breath here. And I'm going to bend my knees and move my tailbone back. And I'm going to twist my arms to the right. And I'm not going to move my right hip crease or my knees or anything else but my arms. I'm going to look past my right shoulder. Then bend my left elbow, but I'm not leaning it on my right thigh, and I'm lifting my right arm up. This is quite the challenge. Lower. Arms outstretched. Move your arms to the left, but don't move your left hip crease or your knees or anything else but your arm. Bend the right elbow Don't touch your elbow to your thigh and lift your left arm up in a vertical line. This is a lot of work here. Come back through center, both arms up, and lower the hands down. Let's stay here in this position. Lift your arms up to the side and lower. Like you're a bird, effortlessly, gracefully lifting your wings to the side. The palms face down, the elbows bend slightly, and the hands come just an inch below the shoulders, so you don't lift your shoulders by your ears. The temptation is gone. Now lower your knees and move your chest forward, but move your tailbone back. Look down, make sure you can, and do see your toes. Take your weights and press your navel back to your spine. Sit lower, lift your chest so you're not caving in, and laterally lift the arms in this shape. I'm going to turn to the side so you have a better side view. I'm going to move away from my furniture and lift. So my chest is forward, my spine is long, and I'm laterally lifting my arms, and I'm moving my tailbone back. The weight's going back toward my heels. Look down at the floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now I'm going to go back to that plie position with the palms facing up. I'm going to let my tailbone drop straight down to the floor. Down. Knees are wide. And I'm going to curl my arms and bend my knees in a plie. Exhale, inhale. My back is straight, I hope. I don't have a mirror in front of me, but I'm feeling of a straight back. And I'm curling, working on strength in my arms. 10 more. And my legs, I'm topping in the thigh, are highly targeted. Other muscles are working lots. Biceps are also in view. Now I'm going to shift side to side. And I'm going to curl my arms a little bit. And now I'm going to come down low. And I'm going to come really low in the squat, and I'm going to curl. My chest is slightly forward. I'm going to move the weight back to my heels, but I'm not going to be all the way vertical here. 5. This is difficult. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to take the weights, put them down in front of me, turn my heels out and toes in, and drop into a straddle bend. And I'm going to lift up, heel toe my feet in so they're behind my weight. A little wider than inner hip width distance apart. I'm going to crawl my weights to the side so the top of the weight lines up with my toes. I'm going to bend my knees, and I'm going to lift my chest up. And I'm going to reach my arms forward, palms face down, move the weight toward my heels, and I'm going to be in a chair pose doing an anterior deltoid front raise. Now, it's tricky. You've got to be very conscious of moving the weight back into the heels. Good. Weights go about up to the shoulder. Move those knees back so your tailbone moves back. Pull your navel to the spine. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to hit the floor. Well done. Okay. That was a good set of body conditioning moves and sculpting. Remember the theme, right? I'm going to extend my legs out straight in front of me and flex my feet and push out through my heels, bringing my weights to the side of my body. So my left weight's next to my left hip, my right weight is next to my right. I'm going to press my palms into the weights, rise up, then I'm going to pull my rib cage down, getting a little curve. I'm going from a flat spine. Everybody look here where my fingertips are. And then I'm curving. I'm lifting the chest and I'm curving. Lifting the chest and curving. Lifting the chest and curving. One more time. Now I'm going to pull my abdominals in, place my feet on the floor, bring my arms in front of me. Weights are a little higher than my knees. And I'm going to roll down, walking my feet back with a little crawling back movement to accommodate the roll down. Pull my stomach in hard, and then finally find my way down. and take my hands into my chest. I'm going to bring my palms to face in toward each other. The weights are vertical. The dumbbell, the head of the dumbbell facing upward. I'm going to walk my knees, ankles, and thighs to touch. I'm going to bring my arms overhead, all the way to the floor and feel the stretch. I'm going to press my lower back to the earth and reach my arms forward with my head remaining on the floor. Inhale, straight back overhead. My feet are flat, my knees are facing up. My lower back is pressing down into the mat. I have a wide, flat pelvis there. Exhale. I'm slicing the air with resistance. The weights go down to the floor, all the way up toward the knees. The range of motion is complete. Exhale. Inhale, touch down behind you, and exhale. Now don't touch all the way back, but come very close to it and pull. Inhale, exhale. Now open the knees out. Turn your toes out like we did in the plie. And you're going to reach forward and back. Pull your rib cage down. Exhale, inhale. We're pulling the weights forward in between our thighs. Exhale. I'm breathing loudly so you can hear me. Inhaling nose, exhaling mouth. 5 more. Strong, steady movement. All right, 2 more times. Now hold. Bring your knees and thighs together and reach the weights forward and slightly down. Extend your legs straight, flex your feet, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull your abdominals in, look at your toes, they're facing up. Lift your right foot, your left, your right, your left. Now both heels up, a few inches off the floor. Draw the arms up to the ceiling. Stay here and practice. How's the form here? It looks good. 8, 7, 6. Hold on to that tummy tuck. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest. Head down. So lift your head. Tuck your chin under so the back of the neck is long. Put your feet flat on the floor. Open your arms wide and bring your palms together and open like you're moving over a barrel. There's a rounded, a bent elbow position. You're going up and over a huge barrel. Inhale, exhale. The shoulders are relaxed and flat. The scapula's wide. The lower back's pressing into the floor. You're grounding your feet down. There's a lot of contacts with the earth, the back of the shoulders, the back of the head. Now lift your legs up in this upside down tabletop. Bring the heads of the weight together now. Roll the weights forward and up. The palm faces up. And now the palm faces forward. Palms are facing your toes. I'm going to externally rotate. Bring the palms to face up. And rotate in and touch up. So it's down, up. And I'm going to tilt my chin down and lift my upper body up higher so my neck feels less tension. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. I'm extending my legs, reaching my weights up, and I'm going to press the chest forward, up, 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 up. Now I'm going to move my legs over my body so my ankles, knees, and hips are in one line. I'm in a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to reach up, 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 up. I'm going to point my toes, lower my legs 1/3 of the way down, halfway down, and I'm going to rise up with the weight, reach the weights up, and I'm going to circle my arms around to the right. Try not to move my legs, they're wobbling a touch. And pause, and now circle the weights over, around. With or without the weights is fine. It's plenty work without the weight. One more time. And smoothly, gracefully come into my forward bend, bending my knee, hinging forward and bringing my chest down. Excellent. I'm going to put my weights down to the side, and I'm going to bend my knees and place my feet on the floor. I'm going to open my elbows to the side and lift my head, neck, and shoulders up as high as it'll go. And I'm going to rotate to the right, center, and to the left. My legs are grounded. I'm starting to get awareness in my rotation. So my elbows are open pretty wide. I'm twisting the torso to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, and to the right. I'm lifting up a little higher with my chest. I'm pulling in here as hard as I can. And I'll reach my arms forward and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 9, 10. I'm going to move my arms by my ears and bring my knees in. And roll down and sway. Wonderful. Rock side to side to relieve pressure in that lower back. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the floor. Extend your legs long. And then circle the arms around. Bring your palms on the right palm on the back of the right thigh, left palm on the left. Move the legs forward and slide the hands in front of your legs, palms face down. I'm going to move my left arm back and my right, my left and my right. I'm looking forward at my knees, touching and tapping them. Now, if you need to bring the legs up higher because you feel this is too difficult, please lift the legs up. You can even bend your knees. And I'm going to lower my legs again. And I'm going to lift my left leg and lower my right, left arm by my ear, right palm faces down. And I'm going to switch. Left palm faces down, right next to my hip, right arm back by my ear, and I'm going to switch and switch, and I'm going to lift my chin and chest up, reach, and I'm going to reach for my weights, head down, arms up in readiness, legs out, and I'm going to lower and lift my arms back over the ears. Inhale, exhale, I'm going to pull my rib cage down a little more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights go down, knees go to chest. Well done. How we doing here? I hope we're doing well. These are challenging but worth it. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together and allow the knees to butterfly open. I'm bringing my heels close to my groin. And I'm going to bend my elbows and open my chest and open my heart. And I'm going to stay here for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to roll over and pick up my weights. Remember, weights optional. I keep my feet and knees exactly where they are. I'm going to lift up and bring my knees together and thighs. Reach the weights forward. Now roll back, bring the weights overhead. Now I'm going to bring my weights forward, my arms forward. I'm going to bring my knees and thighs to touch. And I'm going to roll up from the floor. And I'm going to roll back. And I'm going to close my knees and come up. And so on and so forth. You can look at me what I'm doing, and it's pretty easy to see. I'm closing my knees as I rise up with the weights together. The weights are together the whole time. And this time I'm going to come up and extend my legs. I'm going to lower myself back down onto the mat and lift my legs up to the ceiling. Bend my elbows out 90 degrees. Right in this side of the, down, elbows down, palms face forward toward my toes. And I'm going to wiggle my legs a little bit. Now I'm going to point my toes and lower my heels to my glutes and just sway a little bit to release the legs. I want less gripping in the leg. Now I'm going to put the weights down on my lower tummy and press down. Flatten my tummy, keep it locked in. I'm going to bend my elbows. As my tailbone lifts straight up off the floor in a vertical line, the weights will rise in a chest press. So knees over hips, belly in, lift up and down. Up. So I'm moving in a vertical line. My head will not come up off the floor for this one. Up, up, 10 more. 1, 2, use your gut to lift the legs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm going to rock up and I'm going to face forward. And I'm going to bend my knees. And my toes are facing up. My legs are wide. They're not as wide as they could be like that. They're somewhere in between. I'm going to sit up tall. I'm going to roll the shoulders around. I'm going to lift my palms up to the ceiling. And I'm going to reach up. Then I'm going to rotate my palms to the floor. Palms face in and touch. Now I'm going to rotate my arms down, palms in, and palms down. Palms touch, face down. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to reach forward and lengthen my spine, move my chest forward. I'm going to lift myself up, bring the weights back, bend my elbows, and I'm moving only from elbow to wrist, extending the arms up. And I'm going to show you from a side view, and now I'm going to show you from a back view, so you have a reference point in every angle, and then I'm going to turn to face the front and keep going up, up, up. Now I'm going to bend my elbows with all the weights. I'm going to bring my elbow to my inner thigh and twist. You can do it with or without weights. Exhale, inhale. Now I'm going to widen my legs because I can go further and I'm comfortable with it. Find the comfort zone where your legs should be. Exhale, inhale, elbow to knee. Twist and twist. Now lower your weights and bring your arms up and bend your elbows again and twist and twist and twist. Now straighten your legs and now straighten your arms and windmill your arms. Now we're going to lift up and circle the arms around. 2, 3, 4, and to the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Shake out the wrists. Soften. I'm going to widen my legs and move into my straddle, and I'm going to shimmy my shoulders and flex my feet, and I'm going to move my arms forward, and I'm going to feel my chest coming toward the floor. Now, if your knees start to roll in, bend your knees and narrow your leg position so the knees don't roll in. Now I'm going to bring my right arm inside my right leg, and I'm going to lift my left arm up and over my ear into a side stretch. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left elbow inside left thigh, right and left sitting bone down, right arm reaches back, and then over my right ear, I'm looking under my arm or at my hand, depending on your neck, how comfortable it is. The right sitting bone down, and come up. Now I'm going to bend my right knee into my left thigh, move my left leg to the side, and sweep my left arm up and press my pelvis forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gracefully and smoothly. Change. Left knee bends, left foot inside right leg to the side. Sweep the right arm up. Press the pubic bone forward, chest back. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and lower down. Swing your legs around and press your hips back to your heels and extend your arms out as long or as not long as you want them to go. And I'm going to roll down, my chest and belly down, my chin down. I'm going to drop my chin to lengthen my neck. Walk my big toes to touch and press my pelvis forward. Pressing the back of my hands down. My palms are facing up. The back of the hands and fingernails are on the mat. They're not leaving the floor. I'm going to slide my fingernails back, lift my chin and chest, look down, keep my back of my hands on the floor, and pull my shoulder blades together and lift up a little bit more. And I'm going to roll down. And do that again. Press the thighs and pubic bone forward. That's very important. Slide your hands back, lift your chest, draw your shoulder blades together. You're wrapping your shoulder blades in. Lift your arms this time. Interlock your hands. Make a fist and extend the arms back and then lift them up. Look down at the floor. Release your hands by your shoulders. Elbows bend backward like a crocodile. Press the floor away, lift up to a small cobra, then straighten your arms. If you want to try the next position, slide the knees back and bend your knees and lift your heart. If this is too much on your back, lower yourself down immediately. And lift the chest and stay here and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your feet down, press your hips back to your heels, walk your arms back, and hold. Coming into that once again, you're going to come down to the floor, bring your arms back, elbows tucked, lift your chest, straighten your arms. If you want to, bend your knees, bring your heels to your glute, lift your chest, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your toes, hips back to heels, stretch, widen your knees a little more and press the hips back, opening up the hips and lower back. Coming back onto our back. How much time we have? 10 minutes?
Yeah.
About 10. Okay. So let's go into a stretch for the spine and for the hips. Let's rock side to side first and then draw the knees in. Tuck the chin under and we're going to hold the count of 15 to settle down our lower back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. Lift head, neck, and shoulders up off the floor and rock side to side. Release your hands. You can hold on to your legs if it's easier, or reach your hands in line with your toes. Lift the head, drop the chin down, and roll like a ball without holding on. If you need to hold on behind the thighs, please, by all means, do it. You're not rocking on your neck or upper shoulders or upper back. You're not past the rib cage. Now, bring the right leg out, roll back, extend the left. We're moving through rolling like a ball with variations. Now, both legs out, arms up, lift, knees into chest. You're massaging your hips and lower back. 3, and engaging your abdomen. 2, slight curve in that lower back. 1 more time, and release down. Good. You're going to bring your fingertips in line with your hips, fingers face forward, not out or back. Bend the elbows and lean back and press your chest up toward the ceiling in a stretch. Now come down onto your forearms and bend your knees. Lift your chest and lift your legs up. Bend your knees. And I'm going to face front, so now you've seen where my arms are. I'm on my forearms and elbows, right? I'm going to lift my legs up, bend my knees, and I'm going to bring my toes to the left, right, left, and extend. Lift my chest, right, lifting up and down. This is a can-can position, one of several. 2, 3, and extend. Left foot down. It's right, left, right, extend the legs, lower down. Left, right, extend and lower down. Right, left, right, extend. 1 more time. Left, right, left. Now hold the legs up, scissor kick. Lift your chest. Bring the legs to the other side. Legs are straight, close together. Reach up, bend your knees, slide forward. Bring the soles of the feet together. This time the legs are away from the body. You're in a diamond shape and you're draping your chest over your thigh. Relax. stretching, and you're rounding yourself forward. If you don't like that feeling of rounded, then lift the chest and pour your chest forward, hinging forward. But if you want to just smooth this out and relax the upper back and just let the chin come down, let the head come down, and a slightly rounded upper back, you're welcome to do that as well. Come back as your feet are positioned, soles of the feet together. My fingertips are pressing forward. They're facing forward. My palms are next to my hips. I'm going to press down with my palms and lift my pelvis up to open up the front body. I'm going to push up and look up at the ceiling. Then I'm going to bring my knees and thighs together, extend my left leg in the air and circle. 1. My elbows are straight, my hands are behind me. 4 and 5. Lower, lift your pelvis up, circle 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower your seat down. I'm going to face sideways. We're going to do that again. Hands next to the body, fingers face forward. Lifting up, pressing the hips up, left leg in the air, 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time hook your left heel outside your right thigh and press your pelvis up skyward. Stretch the front body, open that left hip, move the heart up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now press up your pelvis, level the left foot down. Right leg in the air, circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross the right ankle off the left thigh. Below the knee, open the right knee up, press the pelvis up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slowly. And we're going to just about finish up. We're wrapping it up. We're going to circle the wrists and then reverse. So we were sculpting the body. This theme of the class is sculpting or sculpt. And I'm just going to roll my arms around and then the other way, just getting a light feeling, an airy feeling. And reach my arms up to the ceiling. And if you like this workout, please subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Pilates Mountain Body Conditioning or Body Sculpting or whatever I call it by Professor P. Here's a series of classes. All of them have different components, different focuses. And I thank you so much for participating. My students, please do your homework. It matters. And have a wonderful, wonderful evening. It's Thursday evening in my city. Have a nice day. Namaste, as they say in yoga. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye now.